Hi boys and girls, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my first impressions video of the Urban Decay Vice 3 palette. I know the palette looks like this, and it actually comes into in this particular little makeup bag that you have here. It's not padded or anything, but it's a decent makeup bag which you can put the palette inside, and you can put things like your makeup brushes and all that jazz, and it basically just opens up. It's a basic black sort of packaging, and it has Urban Decay there, and I just think that this is a nice touch. If you're traveling, if you're planning to travel with the palette, you don't want to scuff the palette, you can always put that in here. So onto the palette itself, I'm sure you guys know how it looks like by now. Packaging outside, very nice. I did, mine came a little bit scuffed. You can see that there are a couple of marks here and here. I was a little bit annoyed by it, but it's fine as long as the inside is okay. I'm pretty good with that. So it opens up like that, a big ass mirror here, which is perfect for traveling. I found that mirrors for traveling, to have like proper mirrors like this is underrated, so it's actually pretty good to have that. And these are all the different colors. Oops, these are all the different colors that you see there. I haven't decided what colors I'm gonna go for, but I'm probably gonna go for something bright, and it also comes with the double-ended brush like that. And I don't usually use these sort of brushes because they are sort of dual fiber brushes. I never really found them to be pretty like effective in terms of picking up product. I find that they pick up too little product, but I'm gonna try them anyway and see how they work out. I mean, this comes with the palette, so I'm assuming that they're expecting us to actually use this particular brush, and that's it, you're good to go. So I haven't decided what colors I'm gonna go for. I'm just gonna wing it. So if you guys are interested to see the look that I create, I hope you guys stay tuned. Okay, so let's get started, and I'm first going to prime my eyelids, and I'm using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and this is the original color, so it's kind of like a white base, and that would be perfect if you're trying out like, you know, very bright colors. So this one doesn't come with the palette. Some of the palettes that Urban Decay comes up with comes with the eyeshadow potion as well, which is great. But if you don't have this, just use any primer that you have lying around for your eyes. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. This is Sigma's E40, but any big like fluffy fluffed up brush like this would do, and I'm going to do like an outer transition color, like way up high here, and I'm going to use a very neutral color. I'm using Undone, which is this color here. Just judging from the names, I don't see any familiar names, which is great because that means that they have not reused any colors. They do have the tendency to do that. Like, I bought the Ammo palette and realized that a lot of the colors are already in the Naked One palette, which I already have, so I was a little bit annoyed. But these colors, I think they are mostly new colors, and Urban Decay shadows are usually very pigmented. I've never had a problem with them. So right now what I'm doing is that I'm just kind of putting that right underneath my brow bones, just a few centimeters shy from my actual eyebrows. So this is go a little bit crazy with this. Let's see, I should have planned this out before I started pressing record. Okay, I'm gonna try like a blue crease and see how that works. So I'm gonna go for Freeze, which is actually a frosted color. So let's see how this works. I'm gonna take a slightly tapered blending brush. This is Inglot's 4SS, and I'm just putting that. As you can see, it's a very precise brush, even though it is a little bit fluffy. There's a little bit more fallout than the usual, you know, Urban Decay palettes. I don't remember there being this much fallout with my Naked palette or my Ammo palette, but there's quite a bit of fallout with this. But in terms of the color payoff and everything looks perfect. I'm gonna use one end of the double-ended brush, which is sort of like the fluffier, long blending brush, and I'm going to take like sort of a maroony color, and I pick Alchemy, which is this gorgeous maroon color here. It's a matte, and I'm gonna pick up some of that product. But it actually does pick up quite a bit of product, and I'm going to place it just beneath the blue. which is like a maroony color. I'm gonna pick out like a very dense brush there. I'm gonna pick a little bit of that and pop that onto my eyelid. Kind of blend it up with amethyst, no, alchemy, so that it looks like one. Very, very powdery. I'm very surprised. Define my outer crease. I'm almost tempted to use this particular dual-ended brush, but I feel that it's going to be very stiff for that, so I'm gonna go with my angled brush by Sigma. This is the E70. I'm gonna go ahead and take Heroin, which is a dark blue navy color. Very, very powdery. I'm just gonna put that angled and kind of blend that upwards. I just feel that that last step kind of blended all the colors together, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use that very fluffy brush that we used at the beginning and go back to my transition color Undone. Take a little bit of that and then kind of just blend everything again. Flat top dense brush in the palette, and I'm gonna go for Truth here, which is like a pinkish matte color. I'm gonna use that as my brow bone color. The other white, which is called Bobby Dazzle, actually has glitter in it, so it might not be such a good idea to use that on your brow bone. Put on some eyeliner now, just using my usual Silky Girl eyeliner pencil pen. So on my lower eyelids, I'm going to use this 24/7 Velvet Eye Pencil. I'm very excited because I've heard a lot about this range of eye pencils, and in fact, they do have like a gift set for the holidays. So if you're interested to get like your hands on different colors, I think only 2 of them are permanent colors and the rest are like limited edition colors. They are part of the gift set, but this is in the color Plushy, which is really cute, and I'm just gonna use that on my lower lash lines. As well as the dark blue. So I'm going to put the dark blue here and then the turquoise within the inside. So I'm going to take the lighter color first. Putting that in the middle. Angled brush just now. And just kind of join these 2 babies up. Bigger, blacker, badder mascara, and this is also something that we got in the goodie bag, and it looks like that in terms of the bristles. And I'm just going to mascara out my eyelashes. It's very wet. The eyelashes look like very lengthening, but nothing too impressive. So I got a little bit on my eyelids, and this is a little trick that I like to do. I take my detailer brush, because when I put mascara, some of the mascara came up and it usually affects my eyelid color. So I just take my detailer brush, go back to that color and just kind of put it on top of there, and it might actually help to make the color pop out a little more anyway. Okay, so this is the finished look. I know it's so dramatic. Obviously not for a daytime look. I would save this for the nighttime, you guys. I'm gonna keep it real with you. But basically this is the eyeshadow colors that I've come up with and how it looks on the lower lash lines. I do have some dramatic lashes on. These are not lashes that I would usually gear towards, but they are in my collection and I decided this would be the perfect time to wear them. These are the lashes that I got from like the beauty store that I usually go to. They are very dramatic and I usually save these for like very like special occasions like weddings and stuff like that. So that's how it looks like, and that's how the colors look like. On my lips I do have my OCC lip tar in Strumpet, and I'm actually doing a first impressions on this as well in another video, so keep a lookout for that. But let's get on to my full first impressions review of this palette. So first of all, in terms of the quality of it, it's not disappointing. It is your typical Urban Decay shadow kind of quality. It's very pigmented. What colors you see here is basically what you get, because usually with these sort of colors it might not appear on your eyes like they do on the palette, and sometimes even though you swatch them, they actually don't apply on your eyes as pigmented. So you can see that even the blue and of course the amethyst, which they do so well, like the bronzy type of colors, it's so beautiful, and it's just such a nice palette to kind of bring around, you know, if you're traveling or if you are rushing for a staycation, you just want one palette. I think this could be actually quite a fun palette if you are a girl who doesn't mind playing with colors. So it's got a good amount of matte colors as well as shimmer colors, so even if you're not as adventurous to put all these onto your eyes, you can actually stick to, you know, the different quads. So for example, these 4 colors would go very well together for smoky eyes, and then you've got these 4 colors and then so on and so forth, or you can actually do them by like this. But I think they were kind of grouped officially, they are grouped kind of vertically, so you can actually use all these colors together, all these colors together. But you know what, have fun with it. And Urban Decay is really good with coming up with palettes that you don't really need to think much. Like, you know, this would probably not go as well with other palettes from other brands, but even though I picked out like random colors, it still looked put together. All you have to do is blend. And the only thing I have to say about this palette that I was quite surprised in the not so positive sense is the amount of fallout that it has. So I'm just picking up the product as I usually do. It's definitely got more amount of fallout as compared to the other Urban Decay palettes. So I keep needing to like blow the palettes away. I don't know if that's like hygienic or whatever, but if you saw the video, you'll notice that I had to like kind of swoop the products away, or else it will start staining the palette. So that's the only thing that I was quite surprised about, because the usual Urban Decay palettes didn't have that. For the brushes, I don't know, they're not the typical brushes that I use, because I like brushes that will allow me to blend the colors out, and these brushes are very specific, meaning that they, you know, they do pick up the products even though they are like dual fiber brushes. But I feel that, like for example, using this particular one for the inner crease, it made a very sharp crease and it was very difficult for me to blend out the colors. So I'm gonna have to keep on playing with this. I did use this to buff out my my lower eyelids, so maybe I can actually use this to kind of blend out the colors going forward. But I do like the color of it, and now that I know that it's limited edition, I kind of like it a little bit more. So yeah, but all in all, very excited to try out all the other different colors in this. It's just an awesome palette. I hope that if you guys have been contemplating on whether to get this video has helped you a little bit to make that decision. It's definitely my kind of palettes with all the crazy ass colors that I have there, so I'm really happy about it. So yeah, that's the first impressions, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the palette or anything else, please leave it as a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Ta-ta!